Give you a little bit of advice. The reason why I paid $1 for that, I've become good friends and everything with my local thrift store, the one that I go to a good bit. Howdy, friends. Welcome back to the Eclectic Sam YouTube channel. My name is Sam, and this is my little corner of YouTube, all about my eclectic life and things that I enjoy. I'm a part-time eBay seller. Videos here will be about my eBay sales, thrifting, travel, history, and so forth, all the things that I love. Before we get started, you see that little button down there that says subscribe? If you hadn't already subscribed, go ahead and do it. It doesn't cost you a thing. It helps me out. Plus, it gives you the ability to see what videos come in the future. Now, let's see. Today is October 23rd. And let's see what we sold yesterday. There was only one item. It was an Etsy sale. And here it comes. The one item that we sold yesterday on Etsy is this groovy jacket. As the buyer stated it was when we were talking about it. And it sold for $49.99 plus shipping. And I paid $1. Yes, $1 for it at a local thrift store. You heard that right. I paid $1 for that jacket. Give you a little bit of advice. The reason why I paid $1 for that, I've become good friends and everything with my local thrift store, the one that I go to a good bit. They know me. They know that I sell on eBay, and they like to help me out, and I like to help them out. A lot of times thrift stores can't sell vintage items, vintage clothing. It's just not a good seller because it's not popular brands or styles. So they're stuck with items that are non-sellers for them. They know that I sell vintage clothing, and therefore I have a rapport with them that they call me anytime vintage items come in that they can't sell. Usually they'll give me a deal of $1 per item. That jacket came from a big lot from an estate of clothing from a matriarch of one of the big families in my area. The family was cleaning out the house and had all these clothes they didn't want anything to do with, so they just dropped them off at the thrift store. And of course, being vintage, the thrift store couldn't do anything with them. So they called me up and said, "Hey, we've got a bunch of stuff for you." So that $1 purchase turned into that $49.99 sale. That's good. I've sold quite a few items from buying that estate and made very good money. Actually sold one swimsuit, a vintage high-end swimsuit, for $100. So make friends with your local thrift store employees and see what kind of deals they'll give. It's Monday, October 26th, and let's see what we sold this past weekend. First up, we have one of my filler items, DVD. It sold for $7.99 with free shipping, and it's Labyrinth. If you don't know about Labyrinth, you're definitely missing out. That's a good movie. David Bowie plays Jared, the Goblin King. It's one of my favorite movies. You ought to check it out. But these filler items I love to sell because they're quick to list. Usually it's just stuff that I wouldn't even have thought to list, but they're quick to list, especially the DVDs using the SKU number. And I usually make a couple of dollars off of them, but they're a normal seller that keeps my numbers up with eBay, so it stays on top of the eBay's analytics. Next up, we have a pair of vintage Sassoon jeans. Probably could be considered mom jeans, the high-waisted jeans. These are 90s vintage. They sold for $16.99 plus shipping, and I believe I have about $3 in them. I always look for vintage jeans. They always sell very well for me. Those jeans that were high-waisted is a good example of you need to stay consistent with when you're selling clothes on eBay of the popular trends at time. If you don't do trendy clothes that would sell quickly, do classic styles like a nice button up or nice regular jeans or so forth. Don't always buy things just because it's a good deal. Be mindful of whether it's going to be popular to sell quick and so forth. Here we have a shirt that I took an offer of $25 for. It's a shirt I've never really seen before. It's a corduroy Levi's shirt with a fleece lining. Sold for $25 plus shipping. And I had $2.50 in it from my local thrift store. I was expecting to get a little bit more for it, but no more than I paid for it. I went ahead and took that offer on it. It wasn't listed more than a couple of weeks, and that was about it. So that was a good quick sale right there. Well, it looks like we've stayed consistent with these past couple of days in sales. Being part-time, I'm just trying to make a little extra pocket change and so forth. So I'm doing pretty good with that. My numbers seem to be staying consistent. My percentages are up with eBay according to their little scale on the My eBay page. So I'm happy with all that. Hopefully it'll grow a little bit more, but I'm making some money and enjoying what I'm doing. And most importantly, I'm enjoying bringing this information to y'all here on YouTube. But that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button. And also, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe down below. And as always, comment anything that you enjoyed seeing, or if you have any suggestions or questions, I'll be glad to always answer them. But until next time, my friends, love you. Bye.